Welcome to Discussing Dad Life, where we break down bullshit so you don't have to. I'm Void, this is No, and let's go.
Welcome to Main Event Mondays. On Main Event Mondays, we typically talk about what's going on in the world news. This being an election year, we are focusing heavily on the American politics. So if that's your deal, that's your deal. Check us out on Mondays. Wellspring Wednesdays, various topics typically regarding families, men, relationships, children, stuff like that. And then on Fridays is fan favorite Fridays. Typically it's a reaction. We didn't do one last Friday. I had my father in town, and Moo and I were forced to kind of cut short on it. So we only got the Monday and Wednesday episodes done. So I apologize for not having a video out for Friday. But yeah, so let's talk sponsor real quick. Moo sponsors the show. Her business, Candle Time, has 4 wonderful scents. This one is Lakeshore, Sea Breeze, Coconut, and Peach. Now these are all available on either get a hold of us through email, candletime2022@gmail.com, or you can find us online at buycandletime.net. Link is in the description. So on this Main Event Monday, we're going to just cover kind of a few things. The Israel's really important, the Biden thing, Trump's trial. I believe Barron Trump was asked to be a delegate for the RNC, but I think he had other commitments. I believe he turned it down, which is unfortunate. It would have been nice to have Barron Trump be a delegate and get the vote for his father in the RNC convention. So today is also Mother's Day. We're recording on Mother's Day. So shout out to all you mothers out there. I hope you guys had a wonderful day. Hope your family did something for you. My younger sister and I, had lunch with my mom. I got her a card. My kids, I talked with them and they gave me what they wanted to get their mom. So I went and picked all that fun stuff up and got the basket and everything ready that we put it in, and they gave it to her today. So, even when you're divorced, the kids come first. So the kids want to celebrate their mom on Mother's Day. You do it. It's not anything you're doing for her. It's making sure that your kids are doing what they want to get done. So hats off to that. My daughter had a pretty good idea of what she wanted, and she got that done. Sent it over to me, and we were willing to make that happen today. So perfect. So again, happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. I know by the time this comes out, it's going to be past Mother's Day, but shout out and thank you for all you do, because without mothers, none of us would be here. Very important day. And it definitely needs to be recognized. I do believe I think it's like the 3rd largest holiday in the United States, if I remember correctly. Maybe it's the 2nd. I can't remember exactly. But what we're going to do now is switch over to screen share. Producer, thank you, sir. And bring up the articles, please. It's the Barron Trump. Nope, go over to Barron Trump. Yep. We were going to bring this up. So Barron Trump declines offer to be RNC delegate due to prior commitments, but he does like politics. This is written by Zach Jewell on May 11th, which was Saturday, I believe. So, yep. Scroll down. Former President Donald Trump's youngest son, Barron, has declined an offer to be a delegate at this year's Republican National Convention, but not for the lack of interest in politics. A statement from the former First Lady Melania Trump office said, while Barron is honored to have been chosen as a delegate by the Florida Republican Party, he regretfully declines to participate due to prior commitments. Donald Trump, who is the presumptive GOP presidential nominee in the current election cycle, said in a radio interview on Friday that Barron does like politics and he often gives his father advice on what political moves he should make. He's really been a great student, Trump said of his son who graduates from high school next week, and he does like politics. It's sort of funny. He tells me sometimes, Dad, this is what you have to do. On Wednesday, the Florida Republican Party selected Barron to be an at-large delegate at the RNC in July in Milwaukee. If Barron had gone through with it, the 18-year-old would have joined his half-siblings, Don Jr., Eric, and Tiffany, to be part of the Florida delegation. Trump campaign official had previously told ABC News that Barron was on the delegation roster and is very interested in the national political process. Barron was just 10 years old when his father was elected to the White House in 2016. Since that time, Barron has been largely kept out of the spotlight, only occasionally appearing beside his parents and family at campaigns and public events. In recent weeks, however, the media has focused more on Donald Trump's youngest son, who now towers over all of his family at 6'7". Yes, the dude is huge. As the former president sits through the criminal trial in Manhattan. Good to note, that was a weird, what the hell was that? Sorry, let me turn my ringer off. That was a weird notification. Scroll down. Donald Trump has been stuck in the courtroom for 4 days and a week in a trial focused on 34 felony counts of falsifying business records. So stupid. I hate this trial. Is just so stupid. Falsifying business records to allegedly cover up payments, including an adult film actress Stormy Daniels, in a bid to conceal damaging information as part of a catch and kill scheme to influence the 2016 election. See, and even these guys are writing it wrong, because it's not a catch and kill scheme to influence the 2016 election. This is a PR campaign done by the Trump organization. If what they're saying the payments were actually for is that. So it's not even, again, it's dumb, stupid. So Barron was cast in the spotlight during the trial of his father's defense attorneys argued before Judge Juan Merchan that their client should be allowed a day off to attend Barron's graduation ceremony next Friday. He eventually agreed to allow Donald Trump to attend Barron's graduation. And that was the only smart move that they had left, was to allow that to happen, because if they wouldn't have, they would have just cast Donald Trump as this political martyr who was being unjustly tried in New York and being forced to be separated from his family. So, I mean, it was the only political move that they had, the Democrats I'm talking, in order to do this. So I guarantee that's why the guy actually went ahead, and the judge went ahead and let him have it. Nonetheless, Barron, it is true, Barron's never really been in the spotlight. You got Don Jr., you got Eric, and you got Tiffany, and you got Laura Trump, which is not even Donald Trump's child, but what I think she's married to Eric, if I remember correctly. Nonetheless, they are always been in the spotlight. Barron's always been kind of kept back, which was nice until this trial. And then after this trial, I did always find it fascinating that Barron had this stupid conspiracy theory that Barron Trump's actually a time traveler and somehow ends up going back in time and shrinking, becoming Steve Bannon. Some of the things that you hear online are just absolutely hilariously funny to listen to. It's freaking great. So, all right, enough of that one. Barron Trump did decide not to do that, and for not political reasons, but for prior commitments. Corrupt judge orders Trump to stop calling him corrupt judge. This is a satire. This is by Andrew Klavan. I am calling out that it's satire. This was written on May 10th. Andrew Klavan, I freaking like his writing. It's so funny. So many people feel that the trial of Donald Trump in New York is an unethical circus orchestrated by a bent prosecutor and overseen by a dirty judge in order to hamstring a political threat to a deep state so oppressive it can mobilize nefarious government corporate to abuse our legal system in ways that would reveal the deepest malfeasance of an illegitimate establishment. If the media taxed with exposing such venality were not in itself a cesspool of anti-constitutional delusional fueled by a raft of absurdity, illogical leftist academic theories piped into the minds of the gullible until they spread throughout the chattering classes like a sexually transmitted disease, although the only one being screwed are those remaining members of the American public who yearn to breathe free as our founding fathers intended. That was an entire paragraph of one sentence. What the heck, man? You see that? That's crazy. I can't even read this stuff without laughing. It's that comical because it's so absurd, but it's borderline true, if any of that makes sense. I mean, hence the reason it's satire. So go ahead, scroll down a little bit. I can't believe you wrote one paragraph as a single sentence. Other people think something else. Maybe they aren't watching the news. Possibly they're just staring as if drugged at some mindless distraction like the Met Gala and wondering dimly, hey, how come Emily Ratajkowska isn't wearing any clothes? Doesn't she have any friends to warn her not to degrade herself by walking around naked like a third-rate Polish hooker? Nice rack, though. Wow. Wow. So I like this paragraph. It's hilarious because it's pointing out two things. One is the sexual objectification that women put upon themselves and then blame men. But it is also pointing out the simple fact that we as a society have literally like just gone brain dead, it seems like, and are more worried about like how the rich and famous do their things. So, I mean, interesting, whatever, interesting. Oh, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Trump's trial in Manhattan continued this week with the testimony from porn actress Stormy Daniels, who said she is absolutely outraged that she agreed to sleep with Trump, then extorted $130,000 out of him in return for keeping quiet about it, then talked about it. Yeah, we can leave it there. We get what he's trying to say. I hope everyone's understanding what he's trying to say because it's pretty funny. Go ahead. Let's go over to the Biden fiasco. This Isreal stuff is, oh my God. Biden blasted after withholding key intel from Israel to keep forces out of Rafah. This is written by Tim Pierce today, May 12th. The Biden administration is under fire after reporting withholding intelligence on the locations of senior Hamas officials to pressure Israel into giving up its planned invasion of Rafah. Biden officials have been reported, so they not just withholding the intelligence. Biden actually has been articles of impeachment have actually been filed against him for withholding congressionally approved aid to Israel in defiance, which is interesting because that's exactly what Trump was impeached for, was the congressional aid that was supposed to go over to Ukraine. However, Trump didn't even actually withhold it. He just said, hey, would you look into something else? You have this stuff coming. Yeah, what? Quid pro Joe. There you go, Quid pro Joe. He's been on YouTube. It you can find the freaking video of him actually bragging about it. That he interfered with a foreign country in order to help his son Hunter Biden receive bags of cash from Ukraine. I mean, that stuff is not false. I mean, you can find the evidence. You just need to look online. So Biden officials have reportedly offered to supply Israel with intelligence on top of Hamas officials in exchange for assurances that the Israel military will not conduct a full-scale invasion of Rafah, which Israel officials have repeatedly promised to do in order to take out the remaining battalions of Hamas left in the Gaza Strip. Go ahead, scroll down. We'll read a couple more paragraphs. Critics blasted the proposal accusing President Joe Biden of withholding information that could finish the Israel-Hamas war faster. That is actually true. I mean, why withhold the evidence or intelligence if you actually wanting this to come to a get on an off ramp and end it? But Biden surrendered Afghanistan, and then he's interfered along with Great Britain in the Ukraine-Russia skirmish going on to keep that going. So I mean, why would he actually want this one to end either? I mean, he screwed everything up so far. As well as potentially lead to the rescue of hostages still held by Hamas. And those, they should clarify, there are American hostages still held by Hamas. So not only is President Biden messing with one of our allies and keeping that war prolonged, he's actually turning his back on Americans that are still being held hostage. So, what can you expect from a president who spends more time getting, medical treatments to keep himself alive and being able to walk and talk and, just be the ham sandwich that the Democrats want on the ticket. Stupid. Go ahead, scroll down. Let's read one more paragraph. Is there anything more cynical than this, more repulsive? The administration says it has intel on the whereabouts of the Hamas terror masters, but will only share it if Israel agrees not to eradicate Hamas. This is an ally? This is a friend, said Caroline Glick, the senior contributing editor at the Jewish News Syndicate. That's actually a very good point. You summed it up really well, Caroline. Good job. I'll give you a bonkai. That was bonkai. Okay, enough of Biden's screw-ups overseas. I mean, we can go on for days on those, and crap, we go on for months on his screw-ups in our own country. So, yeah. Let's finish off with J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling, go ahead, go over to the next tab, please. She's caught fire quite a bit because of her stances on trans people and stuff like that. So I just figured there was an article about it again. But she fires back after she's accused of cruelty over comments on trans-identifying soccer manager, written by Virginia Kruta on May 12th. Go ahead, scroll down. Just in case you guys don't know who J.K. Rowling is, there she was. So Author J.K. Rowling fired back after she was accused of cruelty for referring to a trans-identifying male soccer manager as a straight white bloke. Rowling has responded to a since-deleted post on X cheering the promotion of a trans-identifying referred who goes by the name Lucy Clark, the manager of Sutton United. According to the Daily Mail, the post read, Lucy Clark, the world's first openly transgender referee, has made history by becoming the first trans manager in the top 5 divisions of English women's football. Scroll down. When I was young, all the football managers were straight, white, middle-aged blokes, so it's fantastic to see how much things have changed, Rowling commented. I guess I don't understand the backlash that she would have got after that post. But, okay. Scroll down. Trans-identifying broadcasters. Scroll up. Broadcaster and regular Rowling critic India Willingbury responded to Rowling by attempting to get law enforcement involved. J.K. Rowling singled out another trans woman for ridicule tonight, leading to thousands of abusive messages, but British media insists J.K.'s not transphobic, she just has an opinion. Everyone is entitled to an opinion, but I don't understand how that comment was singling anyone out or doing it. It's unless it was a sarcastic satire, kind of post like, oh, it's, which I guess I could see that now that you think about it. But then at the same point, then you're just kind of giving into you're sitting there saying like, oh, I have to interpret it. It's everyone's so quick to judge. Most people I know this is anecdotal, but most people I know don't care what people want to do or what they. If you're, I have a friend in Washington. We were actually talking about this, and what we were talking about was the simple fact that the race stuff is ridiculous. The sexual orientation stuff is ridiculous. The trans stuff is ridiculous. It doesn't matter what you look like or who you sleep with, or if you want to transition to be more comfortable in who you think you are. None of that matters as a person. What matters as a person is whether or not you're nice, right? If you're nice and you get along with people, people are going to respect you and be nice to you back, right? Plain and simple. I mean, all this other stuff is just, it's fluff. It's nothing that we need to worry about. It doesn't matter what you want to do. So quit trying to make yourself into victims, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Is like, it's dumb. The whole race crap is dumb. The whole sexual orientation, it's all dumb. So now I think about it, I can understand how you could twist it into saying what she was saying, but at the same time, it's her opinion, and if you dig deep into what she's trying to say, I mean, you could pull anything out of it. I read it and I don't see anything wrong with it. She didn't openly single out this person, didn't name this person, didn't do anything, didn't wish harm, didn't wish hate, just made a comment. Yeah, this is dumb. So go ahead, switch this over to main screen. Sorry if I'm looking a little tired and a little ragged, and kind of just rubbing my eyes and stuff. I had a long week at work and a long weekend. So, crap. I think I left my house Tuesday, and I think I got back. What time we get back? Like 4:30, 5 o'clock today, something like that. 4:35, something like that. You don't know? I don't remember what time it was. Nonetheless, it was a long weekend, long weekend. Just to turn around and do it all again tomorrow. So I apologize that I'm a little bit near energy levels a little low. So again, quick shout out from our sponsor, Candle Time. Moo's not with us today, but she's the one that came up with these wonderful scents. We actually just got more wax in and a new scent that we're going to do, citronella. So this next weekend she's with me. I'm hoping to either make those on Friday or Saturday, and then we'll bring them down and show them to you. Yeah. So, all right. Until next time, guys. Thanks. Thank you for watching. Please give us a like, share, and subscribe. Till then, peace.